Hey guys, Miss Brooklyn here. Welcome back to my channel, Miss Brooklyn's Journey. In this video, I'm taking you through my meal prep. I prepared these meals for the next 3 days and I wanted to share it with you in hopes that it inspires you to get in the kitchen and cook some awesome healthy meals to eat throughout the week. If you are on a ketogenic or a low carb lifestyle, then this meal prep is for you. Let's jump right into it. Starting off this meal prep, we're going to start off with a dish that's near and dear to my heart. It comes from my mother's culture. She is Haitian and it is turkey. So here I have about 2 pounds of cut up turkey legs and wings. Just go to your butcher and ask them to cut up a turkey leg and turkey wing, and it's going to be pieces like so. This is my first time making this meal, and I'm super excited because I really love this turkey and sauce. So the first thing I'm going to do is create an abrasion for the turkey. I'm going to clean it, and I'm heavily salting my turkey, and I'm going to let it sit in that tub with the salt on it for approximately 15 minutes. In the meantime, I'm gonna get a big Dutchie pot, filled with water, and I'm gonna put vinegar in there, about a cup and a half of vinegar in the water, and I'm gonna let it come to a slow simmer because I am going to clean and shock my turkey. So what you see me doing here is I squeezed out the juice of 1.5 lemons, only leaving a little bit of the juice in the lemon. I put the juice of the lemon to the side, and I'm taking the lemon itself and I'm using the salt that I put on there as an abrasion and the lemon to just clean off my meat. Basically, this is how we clean chicken, clean meat. Now, I will say that every different type of meat you're cooking is a different process. Yeah, you don't know I Caribbean. Boy, I come from the Caribbean family. Now let me stop. First of all, why my watch telling on me? Got my side dude hopping up on the screen in the text showing. Shout out to my camera for spying on me. I know Jay, you had something to do with it. No, I'm just joking, you guys. Don't mind me. Now, as I was saying before, is every different type of meat is a different method of actually cleaning it. This is for turkey. I just learned this. Okay, like not cleaning turkey. Actually, I just learned how to make this meal. All I'm doing right now is rinsing it off with lukewarm water, and all that salt that was on there and all whatever hair and nastiness and everything that's just on the skin of the turkey, we're cleaning it. Because as you can see, like, yo, we getting it good, washing it clean, rinsing it off, and we're not done yet. Like, we're literally not done yet. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the turkey into this water and vinegar mixture that is on the heat. And essentially what you're doing is just shocking your meat clean, basically. And this just, it goes into the bones of the meat or whatever, I don't know, whatever like poultry you're using or whatever, and it cleans it, it cleanses it. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff on the top, as well as some oils and things like that. My mom would say disinfecting. I actually learned how to do this from the time I was a kid. I might be American, but my culture, I've learned a lot about my heritage. My grandmother taught me how to clean meat from a very young age. Like, I think at the age of 5, I started learning how to clean meat. And so I do know with different types of meats, like poultry versus beef or goat or anything like that, is different. Anyway, I let it cool down a little bit, and now I'm just adding some extra virgin olive oil to this turkey, and then I'm adding the juice to the lemons that I had set aside. I'm adding all of the juice to the lemons here, and we're just going to start by seasoning our turkey. And I'm adding my minced garlic. This is about like 5 cloves of garlic minced. I like a lot of garlic. I'm going to take 1 packet of Goya Sazon. Goya, y'all already know it's going to be Goya Sazon. And I'm going to drop that on there along with 1 tablespoon of onion powder. And this is just Trader Joe's onion powder, followed by some cayenne pepper. 1 tablespoon. I like a lot of heat. That's optional. You don't have to do that. Followed by red pepper chili flakes. Again, I like heat. It's optional. You will see later on I pop a Jamaican Scotch bonnet pepper in this. I like spicy food. Followed by some noir chicken bouillon. And this is the tomato chicken bouillon type. And of course, you're going to add your Creole seasoning, all-purpose Creole seasoning. That's what I added here. A little secret just went into that. I'm only showing you guys that because I got a little surprise for y'all. So y'all gonna ask, what's that thing you put in there? I got a surprise for y'all. Pretend y'all didn't see it until I divulge the surprise. Anyway, I'm gonna give it a good mix. I forgot my black pepper, so I'm adding black pepper now. And I'm just gonna mix this, and I'm actually gonna let this marinate for like 4 hours before I even start meal prepping, deadass. I am gonna move on to seasoning my other meats, but for the sake of the recipe recipe in this video. I'm going to show you guys how it's done. But realistically, I only seasoned this and I covered it and let it marinate for like 4 hours. Overnight is best, but I don't got overnight time. So to a hot Dutch pot. Listen, you must cook it in a Dutch pot, okay? Cook it in a Dutch pot. Like, who am I today? Hello. And this is how I test my Dutch pot. I just put one little piece of garlic in there. I added my avocado oil to my Dutch pot, and then all I'm doing is pan searing the turkey. Like, I want it to get nice color, so I'm just pan searing it on each side so that it could get nice colorization. So while we're doing this, I want to take a moment and talk to you guys. So again, obviously I'm American, but my mom is from Haiti, and I'm currently learning a lot about the culture. And so this is the 4th dish I learned how to cook. So I'm very proud of making this dish because of the simple fact that my mom did not visually show me. She literally just walked me through it. This is one of my favorite meat dishes, and there's 2 ways to make it. You can make it like deep fried griot style, or you can make it in sauce. And today I chose to make it in sauce, and I bodied it. And when I tell you, I'm so proud of myself because it tastes exactly like my mother's. Like, it tastes like my mother's. It tastes like my aunt's. So proud of myself. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm just showing you guys. You see the water there? Do not discard the liquids from the marinade. You need that. So just add about a cup and a half of water to that. Put it in the fridge and hold on to that because you need that. In the meantime, you guys can see my chicken. My turkey is getting a nice color on it. Beautiful colorization. And this is what you want. So I'm just going to flip it to the next side. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this, and I'm going to allow the chicken to sweat. That's the process. You're allowing your chicken to sweat and roast. So it's going to release a lot of liquid in the pan, and that's what you want. I keep saying chicken. You want your turkey to release liquids. So after letting it sweat for approximately 5 to 7 minutes, it released liquids, and this is what it looks like. This is not enough liquids for me, and I want it to continue sweating. I don't want it to drain, so I'm going to add more water to this. So I add half a cup of water at a time. Essentially what you want is to roast this now. You guys can see I'm adding the half a cup of water. I want to roast this because right now the turkey has beautiful color, but it's not cooked. It's still tough. You want it tender. You want it juicy, tender, falling off the bone tender. So I add my water. My fire is on medium low, and I'm going to cover it again and let it sweat for another 10 minutes. After that, I'm starting to see it's coming together. And I'm going to add the marinade water to this, and as well as 1 full tablespoon of tomato paste. Now, I'm only using 1 tablespoon because I only have a little bit of turkey. Now, depending on the size of your family, if you're making a lot more, you're going to need a lot more than a tablespoon of tomato paste. And honestly, this is something that you just gauge by looking. I can't even explain it because I wasn't taught. Like, she just talked me through it. She just told me what to do. So it's just like, I'm just doing what I was told. So just do what you see me doing, I guess. I don't know. Like, I really don't know measurements amount, but all I know is that I put like 1 full tablespoon of tomato paste in there, and I'm going to let the water and the tomato paste come to a beautiful color and roast. And right before that, I'm dropping a Jamaican Scotch. Is that a Jamaican Scotch bonnet pepper or a habanero pepper? Y'all believe that's a Jamaican Scotch bonnet? I don't know, but I'm putting it in the pots right there. You guys know I'm animated. I'm so sorry. I'm doing like 10 different accents in this voiceover alone. I'm adding a little bit more liquids because I want more sauce, and making sure that I get all the gravy and juices and all the, marinades from my bowl. That's what you see me doing there. And this is going to roast covered for approximately 20 to 25 minutes on low fire. And what happens is the body of your sauce becomes thick. Like, you get a lot of body. It's not just liquidy, but it's robust and body. At this point, my turkey is fully cooked. My sauce is really, really red. This is what you call a Creole red sauce. And everything is good to my liking. I added fresh onions and peppers that was cut and washed, and I turned off the fire, and that's it. It's cooked. I don't like my onions and peppers being mushy. I like it very crispy, and since this is a meal prep, immediately once I add it in, I turn off the fire. I let the residual heat cook it down just a tiny bit, and that's it. This is what you call, I don't know the name of this. I'm sorry. I forgot. Oh, Kore. You call this codon in sauce. If there's any Haitians watching this, y'all could correct me down below. I apologize. I know my mom says I am a disgrace to the culture for not knowing, but whatever. I'm gonna move on to my salmon and shrimp. I'm making some salmon and shrimp in a lobster bisque butter sauce. So I'm starting off with 2 lemons. They're rather small, so I'm using 2. I cut them in half and I'm squeezing the juice of both lemons. I have here some Atlantic wild caught salmon. I don't know how many pounds this is, but it is a lot of salmon. Do remember that I meal prep for myself and for my niece. So this is 6 pieces of salmon. And I'm just adding my garlic. I used about 4 to 5 cloves of garlic minced. I'm adding about a tablespoon of freshly cracked black pepper, a tablespoon of what is that called? Onion powder. I'm sorry. And also I'm adding some herbs de Provence to this because it's going to give it great flavor. I like the oregano, the lavender, and all of that. I'm also adding some Creole seafood base to this seasoning. This is Creole seafood seasoning that I'm adding. I got from my local grocery store, as well as 1 packet of Sazon, Goya, duh, y'all know. And to that, I'm going to add a little bit of avocado oil to this. And I'm going to give it a good mix. Again, I let this marinate for about 2 hours, honestly. But for the sake of the video, we're just going to go and jump right into it. It's fairly simple, but yeah, this is what it looks like. To my hot, very, very hot cast iron skillet, some more avocado oil and about 2 tablespoons of avocado oil because, like I said, I have 6 pieces of salmon here. And if you are not doing ketogenic and you're just doing low carb, you can go ahead and use coconut oil or avocado oil. It's all healthy oil, so go ahead and use the oil of your choice or even olive oil. But you just want to make sure your pan is hot and you want to lay your salmon in there. So what we're doing is just, you know, letting the salmon get a little bit of color. So I'm going to do each side for approximately 3 minutes. After 3 minutes, I'm going to flip it and I'm going to let the other side start to sear. And then I'm going to remove it because I have to do it in batches because my cast iron skillet couldn't fry all 6 pieces at the same time. So I'm pretty much done with the second batch of salmon fillets. And then I'm taking it off. Again, only 3 minutes per side. They're really, really big and really thick, but you do not want to overcook your salmon. To the oil and all of the good au jus there, you're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. And to the 2 tablespoons of butter, this is the secret right here, better than bouillon lobster base. It gives sauces the most amazing flavor, seafood flavor ever. Do not skip this step. I add a half a tablespoon of the better than bouillon lobster base. Like, it is phenomenal. The next step, do not skip it. I'm going to use a very good quality white wine. This is great quality dry white wine with no sugar, obviously, because I'm on a ketogenic lifestyle. And I'm going to just let the wine cook down a little bit. I added about half a cup. Then again, the residual seasonings that we use and marinated the chicken with, I added about a half a cup of water to that. And I added in there and let it cook down for about 1 minute. So I let it cook down for about 1 minute. But again, we added a lot of liquid, so I have to go back in and re-seasoning. I'm adding a little bit more of the Creole seasoning to this, the Creole seafood seasoning. And then also my remaining butter, it's 2 more tablespoons of butter. So altogether, this dish have 4 tablespoons of butter. And I'm letting it come to a slow simmer, and I'm adding my seafood back to this. At this point, once you drop your salmon back into the sauce that we made, we're going to go ahead and add our shrimp. I have wild caught jumbo black tiger shrimp that I have peeled and deveined, okay? Peeled and deveined and rinsed it off with lemon and water. And I'm adding another Scotch bonnet pepper to this dish, and I'm letting my shrimp cook down. Shrimp does not take a long time to cook. Stop overcooking your gosh darn seafood. People be cooking shrimp for like 20 minutes. Stop, like, you look crazy. Shrimp only take 3 to 4 minutes to cook, like crazy. I'm just gonna let the residual heat in the steam do its thing with the shrimp. The sauce is so flavorful. The shrimp is flavorful. I'm gonna add my onions and my peppers, and then that's it. We good up. Of course, I always say if you're meal prepping, try to undercook your food about a minute to 2 minutes so that when you heat it up every single time, it's very fresh and it fully cooks in the microwave. But this is it. This is my salmon and shrimp and my butter lobster based sauce. Well, it's like a scampi, a lobster based scampi. It's so freaking good. Me and my niece bodied this dish. Next up, I'm going to make some pork chops. One of my subscribers watched the week before meal prep and told me that if I do not like the type of pork that I bought before, to try this cut of pork. So I'm taking her advice and I'm going to try it. You guys know, like I say, I don't like pork, but it's not no religious thing or anything like that. It's just, personally, it's just not a meat that I like to eat unless it's just bacon. Like, that's the only type of pork I eat. That's just me. I'm very picky. I'm very, very picky. But she said to try this, that I would like this better, this steak cut pork. So that's what I'm doing. Olive oil, black pepper, garlic, fresh garlic, a little bit of herbs de Provence. I'm doing onion powder. I'm doing a little bit of chicken bouillon, and I'm doing a little bit of creole seasoning, a little bit of cayenne pepper, about a tablespoon of each seasoning. Like, you guys, like, honestly, I damn near use everything in the drawer. Like, I'm just joking. But yeah, you know, a little bit of that secret something, something, like a little bit of the secret something, something. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't act like you didn't even see me do that. Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. Just a little secret something, something. And I'm just going to, you know, make the marinade come together. Okay? Just massage the meat together. At this point, I took off my gloves. And yeah, I wasn't going to touch that. Y'all know I don't like touching meat. So I'm just going to use my tongs for this and just marinate it together. And again, I let this marinate for approximately 2 to 3 hours. I'm not even going to hold you. But to my cast iron skillet, 1 tablespoon of, I believe that was avocado. Is that avocado oil, or was that my grapeseed oil? They're both from the same brand, so the packaging is the same. Can't tell, can't remember. Doesn't matter. You can add coconut oil if you want. Really doesn't matter. But again, I'm going to test how hot it is by adding 1 little speckle of garlic to it. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and fry up these steak chops, or whatever you call it, this cut right here. Again, this was my first time ever having this cut of meat, this pork, this style, this cut. This was my first time ever. Again, I'm not a pork girl. Like, I don't know, something about pork I just don't like. I don't know why, but this is like the white meat of pork. So I will say that it was really, really good, really flavorful, and she was absolutely right. It was a nice cut of meat. I like the texture. I love how I seasoned it. But yeah, it was cool. You know, when you're broke and you trying to meal prep and stay on track, you gotta fill your freezer with what you can afford. And this was quite affordable. It was like $5. I went to a butcher and got this straight from the butcher, and it is fresh, no hormones, no antibiotics, nothing. Like, I buy really clean meat, so I'm, you know. Anyway, I added 2 tablespoons of butter, and I'm just like doing like you do with steak, because I want it moist. I felt like it looked a little dry in the pan. I thought it was going to be dry, but I was absolutely wrong. I added the tablespoon of salted butter, and as well as the rest of the marinade, and I just kept letting it sear and fry up, and it was absolutely delicious. It was good. So once in a while, I probably will incorporate this cut into my lifestyle. I don't know, but it was pretty good. It was pretty decent. I did thoroughly enjoy it. It tasted good. So, and most people would probably ask, why don't you do steak? Just do steak. I don't like beef either. Like, I'm very weird. I'm so weird, guys. The only type of beef I like is ground. Like, it has to be ground beef or oxtails. Tail of an oxen. Like, I don't like beef. I don't like beef chucks. I don't like, just not, you know. 2 weeks ago, I showed you guys beef ribs, and that was pretty good and cool for me, but that's as much as I go. But yeah, this is it. This is what it looked like. As you can see, it is so freaking flavorful, y'all. So flavorful. Oh my goodness. In that same very pan, I'm going to go in with a half a head of cabbage that I washed and I sliced up within that very same hot pan that we just took the pork chop out of, because the flavors are still there. After I saute it for approximately 6 minutes, I'm going to add some cauliflower and broccoli, or more broccoli than cauliflower, because I wanted this side to be different. And so yeah, I added some fresh cut broccoli florets that I cut and washed, obviously. And so I'm going to let this cook down for a couple of minutes. To that, I'm going to add some fresh sea salt, a little bit more of chicken bouillon, just to give it a little bit more flavor, because obviously I added more to the pan. And I'm going to let this cook down. And this was such an amazing side. Like, oh my, I really enjoyed my meal prep this week. Like, it was really, really good. In a moment, you're going to see me add more onions and bell peppers to this and let it cook down just until my broccoli is just fork tender, that I could just slide my fork in it, but it's not mushy. I do not like mushy food. I still like my cabbage to have some crunch, like caramelized, sauteed, but have a little bit of crunch. I hate mushy vegetables. I will not eat it. Y'all could get that slop out of here. For me, this is perfect. Again, this is meal prep, like still vibrant and green. Perfect. perfection. And I'm just going to show you, like, don't that look good? No, seriously, that don't look good. Y'all don't want to take a bite? Go ahead, take a bite, That's for you. All right, so clean out my pan, and I'm going to make another similar side to this. I added 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, refined coconut oil, and to that I'm adding fresh diced garlic. That's about 3 cloves of garlic right there. And then I'm going to let that cook down just until it gets fragrant. Then to that I'm going to add some more cabbage, because again, remember, this is for 3 days for 2 people. So I just wanted to make 2 different sides with, like, basically almost the same but different flavors. I'm going to sweat this out a little bit. I didn't season it just yet. I just wanted to get caramelized and like really roasted and start to char on the bottom. So that's what I'm doing. Just making sure that it starts to caramelize and get nice color and flavor from the garlic. To that, I'm going to add some freshly washed kale. I don't know about you guys, but I have been loving kale lately. And shout out to Skinny Brooklyn, because like she in the camera, her clothes is falling off of her. Like, sis, my stuff can't stay on me because everything is getting too big. Like, all my house clothes is falling off of me, y'all. Like, for real. And this is like my little robe trench or whatever that I wear in the house because I'm always cold. Listen, it's falling off of me. But okay, back to the, cooking. I'm going to cook down my kale and my cabbage a little bit for approximately like 6 to 7 minutes, just until it wilt down and start getting really vibrant, Everest green. And then to that, I'm going to start seasoning it at this point. And I'm just going to add a little bit of chicken bouillon to this, some garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, of course, and Italian herbs and seasoning. And that's it. That's all I added to this. It was really, really good. We both enjoyed this, my niece and I. Again, we're the only 2 in the household on the ketogenic lifestyle. But yeah, we both enjoyed it. After I let that cook down for approximately 3 more minutes and let all the seasoning marinate with the vegetables, I add my butter and then my cauliflower and my broccoli. And then I'm simply going to cover this. But right before I cover it, I add a pinch more of sea salt on top of the broccoli and cauliflower. And I cover it and let it steam down just a little bit. Again, I do not like mushy vegetables, so just right when your fork could go through it, it's green, it's crisp, it's white, it's soft, boom, we're good to go. And that was the second side I made. It has they're similar but with 2 different flavors, but this was really, really, really good. I really enjoyed this little vegetable stir fry that I made, or medley. But look how good that look. Oh my goodness, y'all. I was enjoying my food. All right. Oh, I also made some cauliflower mash, but because I showed you the recipe in my last meal prep video, which shout out to everybody that is making this cauliflower mash, screaming that it is the best thing they ever had. I'm telling you, y'all need to make my meals because y'all gonna be like, sis, girl, you gonna cook. But yep, this was the meal prep. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. This is what we had for 3 days out the week. And yeah, thumbs this video up if you found it helpful. If you got motivation to get in the kitchen and eat right, do right. You could eat right and still have very good, flavorful food. And yeah, I really hope you enjoy the food from my culture, Creole cooking. It's amazing. Thumbs this video up if you found it helpful. Leave me some comments and suggestions down below in the comment section. I love you guys, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.